This is Ekaterina Smirnova, and today we are painting Autumn Vista. We will need watercolor paper, 156 pound rough, brush, medium size, preferably pointy at the end, and also a tiny one for the detailed painting. We will need 4 colors: red madder, French ultramarine, raw sienna, and ivory black. We will also need water, a kitchen towel, and a tray to mix your colors. I will start with French ultramarine. I will be simply squeezing some paint on the butcher tray. The next step is to wet your paper. This is necessary so I could equally spread my paint around the paper. Once you are done, you will start with diluting the squeezed color on the tray, and then we'll be simply applying it on the wet area. My goal right now is to make a gradient from the top to the center and from the bottom to the top. You can also remove the extra paint by removing extra water on your brush and simply absorbing it and spreading it around. For the next step, you need to allow your paper to fully dry. Change your water and squeeze 2 next colors, raw sienna and brown madder. We are painting autumn scene, that's why warm colors like yellow and red are always welcome. By mixing those 2 colors, I will be painting the leaves of the trees on the foreground. And also I will shape the 2 rivers that will be running from the horizon line, which I marked clearly, till the very bottom. If you don't feel very confident on just painting on paper without marking, so please feel free to use a pencil to make a small light outline of the shape of your river. But I would encourage you to not stress out and be spontaneous. Try to imagine that the river is appearing much slenderer on the further away and appearing wider as it comes closer to you. You can see I'm adding more of the red madder colors. The combination of the colors of blue and yellow would make a little bit of green tones as well. On the horizon, I will have a forest to which both of the rivers run towards, and that would be my darker color, almost green, but yet you can see that the yellow color of raw sienna is more dominant. This makes the feel of the autumn. And for the very top of the trees, I will make a not straight line. As the trees grow, they always change their shape on the top. While my paint did not dry yet, I am going to add some of the darker colors, and you of course can always correct your mistakes with the kitchen paper towels. It is a very nice and absorbent paper that I use a lot while painting. So by mixing some of the blue and red, we'll create a violet tone, which I will be also adding for the darker details. At the moment, it is hard to really even see what is going to happen, but don't worry about it. Just create of the shapes of the leaves and body of leaves, and be spontaneously mixing different colors as you feel right for the autumn scenery. For is one of my most favorite seasons, and for this painting I'd like to give a nice mood of the sunny day, fading yellow and red leaves, and a slow river that is reflecting the beautiful autumn blue sky. Once you're done, make sure to dry your painting very well for the next step. When my paper is dried, I realized that I would like to make the river to appear a little bit darker blue, and I will do this part right now, just applying it carefully only on the area of the river. Just like this, and giving it a slight gradient, removing extra color and allowing it again to fully dry. I always keep a spare piece of paper handy so I can practice if I need to. For this stage of the painting, we'll be using the darkest color of either ivory black, or you could also use Payne's gray, and we will be painting the trees, the tree trunks and the tree branches. I will speed up this video because this moment will take a while. In order for you to have very sharp trees, you would need to make sure that your paint is fully dry. If it is not dry from the previous stage, then you will have your branches to start spreading around, and that would create a very dirty effect. Tree branches are not so easy to paint, but you could practice, and hopefully you will be able to create a somewhat natural looking tree trunks. Trees, of course, could be different. In this case, I would imagine that these trees are more like a maple, because the leaves of the maple trees, they turn beautiful yellow and red color during the autumn. And this is my other final tree on the right side, which almost doesn't have any leaves at all. It is almost naked by now, but yet very graphical. What makes this painting appealing, in my opinion, is the contrast of the yellow and blue colors, and also the silhouettes of the tree trunks and branches. Did you notice that I switched my brush? I'm now using the slenderer and more pointy brush because that makes it easier to paint the details of the tree branches. There are a few more shades of the trees you could create. Not all of them could be absolutely dark. Some of them could be fading on the background as well. Once you're done with the branches, it's time to change your water again and add a few more details for the leaves of the trees. Now that you know where your branches go, you can add more leaves on some particular areas. At this point, I'm taking just pure brown matter and adding just sort of a little dots for the leaves shapes. Here, there, feel free to be creative and edit leaves randomly. You should also remember that the color is not gonna stay very pure when you're painting on top of another color. This artwork is done, and for the first time I would like to offer the original to the person who will make the best interpretation of this painting. For that, you would need to share your artwork with me by tagging me on Twitter or Instagram, and also sharing the link to this video. The winner will be announced in March. Good luck!